Tax relief could be coming to a property near you, and some of that money would have been coming to you anyway. It's another election year announcement by Democratic Governor Jared Polis that needs some context. So politics guy Marshall Zellinger has it.
This proposal is $700 million of property tax release over 2 years.
It's another news conference with one of those ready-made signs to announce a bill to save you money, including money you already would have saved. Democratic Governor Jared Polis announced a property tax relief bill. I've shown you this equation in the past. This is how your property value is converted into taxable value to figure out how much you owe in property taxes. The bill announced today would temporarily reduce this number, the assessment rate, meaning you would owe fewer dollars in property taxes next year. But some of the money you would be projected to save is future money you would have been refunded under TABOR, the Taxpayer Bill of Rights.
How much of this is money that would have been refunded to residents at some point over the next 2 years anyway?
Let's see.
Earlier in this news conference, Polis said owners of a $500,000 home will save $274 on property taxes next year.
We're doing a little math for you, Marshall.
They're trying to figure out, of the estimated $274 in property tax relief, how much would be refunded at some point without this bill, refunded because of TABOR.
Somewhere around $50 of the $270 had to be refunded some way.
This bill isn't simply to save residents money, but also to discourage Colorado Concern, a business-led group, from going to the ballot with an even bigger property tax savings proposal. The only reference to that proposal was by Denver Metro Chamber CEO J.J. Ament.
Thank you to the business community, our friends at Colorado Concern, and others who've helped elevate this issue.
Because some of the savings comes from TABOR refunds already expected, Republican State Representative Colin Larson, who is working with Colorado Concern, is not sure he's ready to ditch his ballot issue.
We're not actually delivering $700 million of relief. We're delivering $500 million of relief, and then $200 million of relief the taxpayer was already going to get. We're just front-loading it so they see it sooner and so that they can take credit for it.
That ballot issue that Representative Larson was talking about could still end up on the ballot. It would mean a greater savings for property owners if people voted yes, if voters voted yes. This is supposed to be a compromise. Whatever savings we as property owners means local government would miss out. Cities, counties, schools, parks, fire, all that would get less since we're paying fewer dollars in the property tax. This proposal by the governor and the legislature would use some general fund money that the legislature can control, and that would make up some of what local governments would miss out, even though we'd be paying fewer dollars in property tax.
So the idea would be give people some kind of property tax relief, but not completely strip tons of funds away from local governments.
Right, because if you pay fewer dollars in property tax, that's less money for the local governments, but this way there's this mechanism that some of the overage that the state has to play with in the piggy bank, they can filter it toward the local governments so that they're not hurting. They're still going to get a bump. It's not like they're reducing local governments. Local governments and property taxes were going up. We're just like cutting into that overage a little bit.
Yeah. Smart question, though, to ask how much of it was coming back anyway, but they just simply want the credit for it. Marshall, thank you.